This video shows you how to create an invisible wall in Unreal Engine.
Hello, good day everyone. In this video, I will show you how to make an invisible wall in Unreal. How to make an object invisible. So there's more than one way to do this. So first I'll create an object. This is a cube. So you see this object here, this cube. Press R. So this is a cube here. Mechanics copy. So what I did, I hold on Alt and then I drag across here. I press left click and drag this across. And that's how I make a duplicate. So hold on Alt, drag this across with left click. And then we'll have this duplicate. So I'll delete this. So let's color content draw. So let's apply this here. Apply the same material here. We have two walls, and let's make the walls invisible. So there are multiple ways to do this. The easiest way to do this is this way. Let's just go to props, find material, right click, new material, and call this transparent, underscore material. Press enter, double click. So we just created a material. What we need to do, we need to adjust the opacity of the material. Yes, so by default we can't adjust the opacity. So what we need to do is put into blend mode and click transparent, and we want to adjust this property here. So right click, type constant, plug in this here, and that's it. Just press apply. So the constant value is 0. You see the material is not appearing here. So if you break this, press Alt on the keyboard and then press left click, you break this. Alright, so when you go back to opaque, you can see this material here. But when you go back to translucent, color, translucent, you're not seeing this, you're not seeing anything at the end. You drag this across, you press apply. So the material is now transparent. Minimize this. So we have this wall selected here, and we'll apply the material there. So just click this, because that is the material we already have applied. So if you want to find the material, this is the material here. So we have the material, we have the object selected. We go to here, browse the material, we find the material, and that's the material there. So we apply the transparent material to this, and the wall is now transparent, so it's like an invisible wall. Now there's another way to do the same thing. So what we'll do, open, I'll create an instance which is like, let's say, an alternate version of this. And the reason why I'll be creating an instance is because I don't really want to be adjusting this cube. This is a default cube. So I'll create duplicate. I'll call this practice cube. I just give it a name, practice cube. So then I right click, create a blueprint. The blueprint will be actor, practice, invisible wall. Double click, blah 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 blah. Alright, so we need to create a mesh, add mesh. static mesh wall. That's name. So you give the mesh a name. We call it wall. So you need to set the mesh for the wall. The mesh will be practice. That's the same cube we just created, practice cube. So now let's make the wall invisible. Go to here, type hidden. In the detail panel, we need to type hidden in game. Alright, hidden in game. Select this. Press compile. Minimize. So what we need to do is we need to press play, go in game, and then we need to look to see if we see this wall. So what I'll do, this is the invisible wall here. I'll change the material of the invisible wall, and I will apply, let's see, I'll apply this material. So this was the wall that was invisible because of the material. So what I'll do, I'll move these two walls and I bring them to the front at the stage. And the reason why I want to move these two walls is so that you can see the walls when I'm playing the game. So I'll go back to the start. So this is wall 1, this is wall 2. Now we remove the invisible material. So what we're supposed to see this wall, but when we start the game, we're not supposed to see this wall. Actually, we'll see this wall because we didn't put the blueprint. So what we're supposed to do is go back by the blueprints. Let's see the cube. I'll just create a cube. Find the cube. Alright, so I find the cube here. Let's put the practice wall blueprint. Let's adjust the first arrow. Just this. Just this. Let's apply a material. This is the practice cube. We need to apply the mesh to this. Material. Data content, material, apply the wall to this, apply the material to this. So we apply the brick material to this. This is the material here, this brick material. So we apply the brick material there. So this is supposed to affect the cube here. So you see, this is the cube now, because what happened is that the mesh of the blueprint is this cube here. So we're going to start the game. When we start the game, we are supposed to see this wall, and we will not see this wall. I'll move this. When we start the game, we will see this wall, but we will not see this wall. Why? Because this wall is supposed to be hidden in the game. Because if you go back here, this is the blueprint. Invisible wall here. So this is the mesh for the invisible wall. This is the invisible wall. When you go back to the blueprint, double click, we have hidden in game, and this is applied. So we compile, this is applied, press save. We'll minimize this. So we're not supposed to see this wall here when we start the game. So let's start the game now. I might just move this out of the way. Let's start the game now. So here it is, we start the game. You can see this wall, the first wall, but you cannot see the second wall, but you know the second wall is there. For us to confirm the second wall is there, I'll put the second wall in pathway. So you see here, you can walk all the way here. So what I'll do, I'll put the second one in the pathway. Press R, drag this up, you can pass. Press play. So from a visual perspective, you're not seeing any obstacle anyway. But you reach here and you cannot go forward. You cannot go forward. Why? Because there's a wall here. There's a wall here too. So there's an invisible wall. Now let's make this wall invisible again. So come up here and we're going to apply the invisible material that we just created. That's the transparent material. We have it selected. And click this. And click here. Invisible material. So it's now invisible. You can't see it. And yeah. So that's two different approaches to create an invisible wall in Unreal 5.7.2.
Do you want to know more? Like and subscribe. You can also contact us, Impulse Response Enterprises Ltd.